Playmakers, how's it going? This is Coach Wood, and I am excited to be with you. We have been rocking and rolling this week. Some amazing topics that the team has brought up, and we're bringing them to you guys, the football community, our Before You Go Pro community. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Coach Wood, and this is the Weekday Huddle, you guys. This is where we come in Monday through Friday and we serve 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Our main focus, you guys, is the football players, the families of football players, the coaches, the fans out there that love this great game. So let's get into it, you guys. If you're joining us for the first time, obviously welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you're notified whenever we release new content on Before You Go Pro, which is pretty consistently, because we've got to teach and there are plenty of things to talk about. So hit that subscribe button so that you're notified and you can rock with us and Before You Go Pro. Also, go down in the description box because we have curated some amazing resources, some games, some knowledge for you football players out there and you fans, you families out there, you guys. That's just for you. Go down there in the description box, check out what we have for you. If there's something you don't see that you need, let us know. We've also got some NIL resources for you, so check that stuff out because we had you in mind when we created it and we want you guys to win. So get after that. But let's get into today's topic, you guys. Once again, the Weekday Huddle. This is where we keep it real. This is where we keep it real. The Weekday Huddle is all about covering some of the key topics and some of the things we get from our athletes. If you don't know, we work with athletes across the country with Before You Go Pro. We've got kids playing in the NFL all the way down through high school. So we've seen it all, heard it all, been around for a couple decades, nothing new. All right, but we want to bring it to you and scale on a higher level, the education, the love, and support that we give. All right, so today's topic, you guys, is pretty deep. Today's topic is pretty deep because, of course, the majority of the athletes we talk to today want to do what? They want to go play some Division I ball. Why do they want to go play some Division I ball, Coach? Because it's sweet. They think it's sweet. Right? They think it's sweet. They see the NIL money. They see the charter flights. They see the Heisman Trophy ceremonies, the packed stadiums. You know you're going to be on TV. It looks sweet, right? And for the most part, you guys, it is even better. It's even better than what you think it is. But don't think it's not going to come with a price. Don't think it's not going to come with the price. Now, today is different than when I came out. All I was worried about was who was offering a scholarship and maybe where the party was at. But today, you guys, these kids are negotiating real contracts, fiscal money. A lot of them more money than their parents have been making lately. So this is just a totally different age. And at the end of the day, you can want the NIL cash. You can want to be able to drive the Dodge Charger or whatever else they're giving you at these schools. But are you really ready for the money? Are you really ready for the money? That is what today's Weekday Huddle is about, you guys. Because whenever somebody slides you a briefcase full of cash, then guess what? They've got expectations of something bigger coming back to them. And that's what's not really talked about with these athletes. If I hire you as a hired mercenary, if I'm thinking you can help get me over the top, maybe get us into that conference championship game, get us into that playoff game, and I'm bringing you here specifically for that, and I'm giving you money to do it, then you've got to be ready for the money. You've got to come bring me back money. They don't want you just because you're good on the football field. It would be simple if they wanted you just because you were good on the football field. They want you, they're paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars. In some cases, these kids are getting millions of dollars. They want you to bring it back. They want you to bring it back. And guess what? This is business. So it does not even make sense for me to give you this money unless you can bring back at least 4 times of what I give you. So if I give you 250, what that should tell you as a young athlete in this game, this new NIL game, it means that you're worth $1 million to them. It's never in business, it's never going to be apples to apples. The owner is never going to give the employee exactly what they're making. If I give you 250, that means that I expect to make at least $1 million off of you. And in many cases, more. And that's how we got to this point, right? We saw the Reggie Bushes, the Vince Youngs of the world, the Indomitian Sues bringing in packed stadiums to see these guys play, a bunch of jerseys in the stands, and they weren't getting any of the returns. They weren't getting any of that revenue. So that's how we got to this place right now. But back in the day, it was highway robbery. All they had to do was give you the scholarship. Now they got to give you the scholarship and an NIL bag with it. But they expect returns more than ever. I was okay letting someone that wasn't really producing and maybe just receiving a scholarship kind of hanging around for a little while. You can hang around for a little while because guess what? We're making money hand over fist, and that scholarship don't really cost us nothing. It's probably a scholarship donor paying for it anyway, and we're giving them a nonprofit discount. It doesn't really cost us nothing to let you hang around. Back in my day. Now, they have to give you cash. They have to get a contract and do an NIL rev share agreement with you. So you're not just a scholarship kid. You're somebody that we're paying $100,000, $200,000, $400,000, $1 million, $5 million to. So guess what? There is no more sitting around. There is no more hanging around. These are 1-year contracts. If you are not bringing us a return, if we placed you on the bench because your funky attitude or because you weren't as good as we thought you were, then you're out the door. We do not care if you're fighting for a degree. You're out the door. This is business. Are you ready for the money? We talk big things and we say, hey, we want to go to Cal, we want to go to Florida State, we want to go to Texas, and we also know a bag comes with that. I'm going to change my family's life with that. Maybe buy mom a car, but are you ready for the money? Because for every car you can buy, they want to be able to buy 4. So you have to be ready for the money. And the interesting thing is that many of these kids never even have had a paper route. Many of these kids have never even been busboys at a restaurant, so they don't fully understand the dynamic of the only reason you're here is to do a job. They don't understand that fully. So then you wonder why they want to go in the portal when coach is talking to them a certain way and they never been talked to that way before. Are you ready for the money? Because when you're an employee of some company, some business, some brand, that means that they may talk to you a certain way. And then you have to decide, am I going to stay or am I going to go? But at the end of the day, the relationship has changed, you guys. The relationship with big time college football players and the school and the coaches, that has totally changed. This is pro ball at the highest level. They want a return, and they're not talking about a return pick six. They're not talking about a return kickoff to the house. They want that stuff, yes, but they're talking about a return on their investment. So are you ready for the money? Are you ready for that type of employer-employee relationship? Have you been groomed for the employer-employee relationship? What does it mean, Coach Wood, to be ready for the money? What it means is they're not going to tolerate the little kid stuff. You may be coming from high school. You may be young. You may be coming from your first year of junior college, and now they're giving you all this money. This ain't high school. This ain't patty cake. This is real deal. And they're not going to tolerate little stuff. Little stuff is that they got to ask you to show up on time to practice or to a meeting. Little stuff is that you're talking crazy to the coaches and to people in the building. That does not fly in a professional setting. That does not fly with an employer-employee relationship. It doesn't fly. So are you ready for the money? Once again, they expect a return at least 4 times of what they're giving you. And they're going to show you what that looks like. They're going to be very, very direct on what they expect. Now, that's what we've noticed. They're very direct. The money is correlated to what they're expecting. We had a young man getting a certain amount at Boston College University, ACC school. The money that they were offering was in direct proportion to what they expect. So it's a different relationship, you guys. Are you ready for the money? You guys are pro now. So they expect pros, okay? And if you have any questions of things that they're asking the student athletes or even more, Coach, can you kind of define for me what it's like to be ready for the money? Or maybe you're a parent and hey, my kid is looking at big schools and I know that eventually we're going to have to negotiate some NIL money. How can I prep him to get ready for that? Please do not hesitate to reach out. And then also in the description box, we have links centered around NIL, and you can go to our program that we're building, the NIL LLC program, which is nothing but education. Nothing but education on how you can boom entrepreneurially with NIL and really protect yourself. But new day and age, you guys, and it's different. In my day, I just had to be ready to play big time college football. In your day, you got to be ready to play big time college football and you got to be ready for the money. And I'm not even going to talk about the mental, moral, social stuff and the tax implications and things that come with the money. So you don't have to just be ready for football. You got to also be ready for the money if you want to play big time D1 football. All right. So hopefully this is something that you young athletes, it sparked the light bulb in you to think about and be prepared for and truly ask yourself, am I ready for the money? I know I would love to go to North Carolina and have them give me $1 million, but do I really truly know what that means? Because if they give you $1 million, they're expecting 4. I think Carson Beck got $5-6 million from Miami this year. They got their money back. He knew what it meant when they slid that $5-6 million to him. That means that we won 20 plus, Carson. And what did he do? He brought him 20 plus. A lot. He bought him a lot. So hey, we're good. We're good. He knew what the money meant. He knew how to bring it back to him. So you young athletes, keep that in mind. Don't just ask to play at a San Diego State. Don't just ask to play at a Texas Tech or Florida. Know what comes with that. All right, the expectations. We love you guys. Hopefully you got a lot out of this episode. Once again, Monday through Friday, we hop in the huddle. We hop in the huddle and we run the plays and we keep it real. All right, so hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys are well, and I will see you at the top. Have a good one.